LA, but we did get our first look at another guy who plays here in Los Angeles. Skinny Luka on the floor. Luka 2.0. He debuted for Slovenia in an exhibition game. This was a Eurobasket tune-up here, Shanae. But we got to see what new look Luka is capable of. Connects on three. That's something we're used to seeing.
So, yeah, I was saying those shots ain't new. The floaters, the off the glass, the finesse. I do think he's gonna have to deal with like maybe a little bit more muscle, because you know when you're lighter, you move a little different. But right here, those moves are timeless. Timeless step through.
I believe that Perk would call that the slippery eel.
Yes.
Right there as he makes his way inside with a nice finish there. Crafty from Luka. And then again out in transition here, Luka pulls up for three, just checking that range.
That's not fair. You just got to guard him after half court, but it's all good. He's just getting warmed up. He's just getting warmed up.
And then Doncic gets it again here. Gets this one to go.
Nice.
Slovenia would lose, but Doncic, he had 19 points, 5 assists in just
24
minutes in this game. So, yeah, I think that Luka is going to be just fine. Again, this was just a tune-up here for Slovenia. As we say hello to our resident big man, Kendrick Perkins. Perk, were you impressed by our first look at Luka? This new look Luka?
I don't want to be that guy today.
Start.
You know what I mean? Y'all bringing positive energy. Look, is Luka in shape? Absolutely. But we know Luka out of shape is a walking bucket. I'm sorry. I just don't want to see the offensive highlights. I need to see a Luka Doncic that's sprinting up the floor. I need to see a Luka Doncic that's sliding those puppies at a high level. I got a little breakdown right here, Shanae. Malika. Y'all can see it right here. Here it go. Yeah, I got a little breakdown for y'all. Here it go right here. This is the stuff that I'm talking about that the people, the fans, us are going to be watching. Again, the second effort, the third effort, the first effort, getting over the screen, lack of communication defensively. Like this the Luka I want to see, okay? After a turnover happens right here, he drives the ball, they turn it over. I want to see a Luka on his high horse sprinting back on defense. That's the Luka I want to see. We know he could score buckets. He averaged 28 and he was fat and out of shape last year. In shape, we know he's going to score the ball at a high level, but damn it, we need to see it in other areas, especially the areas that don't show up in the stat sheet.
I don't want to knock him for summer hoops right now.
Exhibition summer hoops.
Exhibition. He knows he's going to have to be fresh in November, in January, and hopefully in June. I think it's good, Perk, because first you gotta know you have a problem. And when you have a problem, you're like, okay, I probably need to get in shape. And all of a sudden he's a cover guy, right? Like men's health, that's great. He's trimmed down, and now he's gonna refine the pieces. Because if you see right there, that shot ain't going nowhere. But now figuring out, like I watched the plays, and yeah, his passing was elite. That's what I'm talking about right here. That vision, you can't teach that. You can't teach transforming your body overnight when you're in an NBA postseason run.
Yeah.
And so the steps, we're starting to see the steps that he's starting to understand the criticism. We knew when he lost in the NBA Finals, this would be the opportunity for him to sort of bounce back. Now you have the magnifier of being in Los Angeles, and now we're starting to see the progress. Perk, respectfully, let's chill. Let's keep a cool booty. Let's keep a cool booty. He gonna get there.
I apologize first. I said I didn't want to be that guy.
Because that's how apologies work. You preemptively apologize. Perk, weren't you the one who said that you think that this is the MVP year for Luka Doncic? I'm not saying he needs to win that in one exhibition game for Slovenia, but did you see maybe some of the beginnings, the very, very base groundwork here?
I do, and the fact that he's even playing basketball at this moment, you got to give him a nod, right? I always say in order to get in basketball shape, you should play a lot of basketball. Luka said it himself that this was the first time that he actually put down the basketball and actually got in the weight room. So again, Shanae, Malika, y'all right, he is just scratching the surface. I believe come training camp time, we're going to see the best version of Luka. We're going to see a locked-in Luka. Because in Luka's words, when he came down and signed his contract extension, he said he wants to win it all in a Laker uniform, but he wants to win it now.
Can I tell you two things I do love about this, though, Perk? One is that Greg St. Jean, who is currently an assistant coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, he's coaching in Slovenia now for their team. So they have that on-the-ground presence from the Lakers, making sure to help Luka through this transition. And secondly, Luka was asked about, they don't have, right, making sure that they have somebody there. And then Luka also said they don't necessarily have all of their best complement of players out there right now, because there's some other guys who were supposed to be playing for Slovenia who aren't because of some stuff that's going on with their regular teams. And Luka said, well, if I play for the Lakers and they're letting me be out here, then maybe everyone else should be allowed to too. So it does seem like there's a slight psyche change here. This I also loved. In case y'all missed this, Luka, he got himself some new wheels. I got a new car recently, Sinead.
Oh, you did?
We went through this for a couple of months, and now I drive a new one. And when you get a new car, you got to be real careful about where you park it, because it's a little difficult. You can't control who parks next to your $2 million vehicle, or our thousands.
He can't get in?
He can't get in.
Oh!
And that's a Maybach look like that's blocking them.
But honestly, isn't that car that has the doors that open up? Like, should it be, you know what I mean?
He said he's got to call someone. Married his wife, Haley Caruso, this weekend. His Thunder teammates showed up, but wait for it.
Oh.
We got some questions, Chet. Standing out, the white, the red, the gold chains, Scarface vibes. Perk, would you wear this, sir?
Absolutely, and that's how you step out in great fashion. And look, when it comes to 7-footers, Chet, Wemby, and Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., they're on the top of the list when it comes down to making fashion statements. I love 7-footers who got swag.
I just wonder if you're not the groom, is it like the bride wearing white? I just didn't know if there's a rule or not. But you know what? Whatever it is, he is fully doing it. Next up, this isn't a fashion statement, but we do have his teammate, the Finals MVP, celebrating back in his hometown. Check this out. The Hamilton Tiger Cats of the CFL, the Canadian Football League, they honored Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at their last game, and he brought the Larry O'Brien Trophy. He was also given a key to the city, Shanae.
Wow.
So he took just about every basketball award there is over the last 3 months. What can he possibly do to top that now?
I don't know, honestly. Maybe come out with a song, because I know his IG posts are straight up lyrics, so like the victory lap type of situation. But we're living in his world right now.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's going to have to get a doctorate, like honorary doctorate.
Dr. SGA.
Dr. SGA. Next, the Clippers. They added some big pieces this offseason. We mean that literally, including John Collins. He got a first look at his new locker room. And you can check out, we see the highlights here, but I'm hoping we can show you that his next door neighbor is going to be Derrick Jones Jr., a.k.a. Airplane Mode. Two of the best lob threats in the league.
Yes.
Collins dubbed them as the Bounce Bros. Perk, do you like the nickname Bounce Bros? There they are in the locker room.
I'm all in on it. You know why? That means they have turned the page and they have moved on from Lob City, and now you have the Bounce Bros, because with James Harden, CP3, and those two brothers right there, John Collins and Derrick Jones Jr., it's going to be a lot of alley-oops and a lot of dunks.
All right, the Bounce Bros is here to stay for now. Next up, Lakers forward Rui Hachimura. He was testing out a unique training style this summer. He's back in his home country of Japan, and he was working out with some sumo wrestlers, Shanae. Will this translate to the basketball court, and should you and I add this to our workout routine?
Absolutely not is the answer for us. And yeah, I mean, these guys are having a good time trying to train in unique ways. I see a lot of people doing Pilates. We've seen what Victor Wembanyama has been doing, visiting the monks, and also Kevin Garnett. And I guess we just have to add this to the list. Stay low. That's good defensive stance. Yeah.
Look at that stance.
Clearly they're powerful. Perk, would you do this? Do you think you could take down a sumo wrestler?
Can we get Perk in the outfit?
I'm working on that stance. I gotta work to get in that stance. Give me another month.
We need to get you one of the outfits, Perk. All right, let's check in on number one pick Cooper Flagg. What's he up to with his summer? Well, his summer camp is underway at the University of Maine. Age, height, no issue. He's throwing down poster dunks on literally everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Perk, do you expect more of this from Flagg when the opponents are maybe a little bigger?
No, he's a competitor. If you step on the floor, this is what he's going to do to you. It's just in his blood. Sorry, young man. That's what I did to my campers. You got to get them while they down, while they young. Take advantage of them.
That's what I did too, right? No shot is safe. I block and swat everybody's shots for the young kids.
The problem is now, Perk, are they getting you back for that? You may have noticed a Western theme here as we ran through some players' summer vacations. So let's play a little elevator pitch. We're going to take a deeper dive into the conference. So this is last year's standings. For the purpose of this discussion, we're going to zoom in on the teams that were left out of the playoffs, maybe. Sacramento, Dallas, Phoenix, Portland, San Antonio, New Orleans, and Utah. That's where we'll start the discussion at least. Perk, who do you believe is going to elevate into the playoffs this season when you look at their offseason moves?
Y'all know sometimes, a lot of times, I eavesdrop and listen to vanity conversation.
Queen's
When
admission
she on the phone
here?
with her friends, and and she be saying stuff like, baby, honey, child, listen. Y'all listen to this. Here's the thing. I'm looking at the Spurs. And I'm looking at Victor Wembanyama. It is time. We're talking about when you start comparing them and saying the greatest prospect since LeBron James was Victor third year. LeBron James third year, he took that leap and got into the postseason. And when you look at what the Spurs has done, they have surrounded him with some nice pieces. You look at a De'Aaron Fox who just signed a contract extension. We know what he could bring to the table, all-star level type play. Harrison Barnes, a 3-and-D guy at the wing position. They did really well in the draft. You got some nice young pieces with an evil genius in their new head coach. I'm looking at the Spurs and Wemby to go out here and make some noise and move up in this Western Conference and for them to get in the postseason.
Perk, it's always a good day when you mention your better half, Queen Vanity. And by the way, congratulations. I saw all the pictures.
Oh, yeah, happy anniversary.
Summertime, happy anniversary to you guys. My squad, you know where we're from. You, me, Van, from Texas, and I'm going to stay there and stand on it.
Didn't
we already
Perk
know.
Also stay in Texas?
Yeah, that's the point. Like, we're keeping it in the family here. We're keeping it in the family. And everyone knows that I'm going to pick the Rockets naturally, but I want to pivot actually to Dallas because I feel like some people might be looking past them, especially given Kyrie Irving, his lack of availability due to injury. But still, their starting lineup is going to be solid. I mean, adding D'Lo there, who's a professional point guard. You've got Cooper freaking Flag joining, which is going to help bring that positivity back to the city. And then, has anyone had a better summer maybe than Klay Thompson? Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all that type of stuff. Going back out there, knocking down shots. You have Gafford and Lively maintained. This is going to be one of the biggest groups. And of course, helming it on the interior is Anthony Davis. And so I'm looking at the Mavs. You know, they were not good last year, obviously fizzled out, but then maybe finding that continuity, especially as they try to buy time until Kyrie comes back.
One of the games that I'm definitely going to have circled when the schedule comes out later this week is when Anthony Davis returns to Los Angeles, because we still haven't gotten to see that game yet. He was hurt the last time around, so we didn't get to see him play. I know I gave the stipulation of teams that didn't make the playoffs, but I think you guys have that covered. I think that a team that was already great last year, that I think has the potential to get even better, go with me here, guys. What about the Denver Nuggets? I really like bringing in Cam Johnson here for Michael Porter Jr. They have a true backup center in Valanciunas. You're bringing Bruce Brown back. Their first-round pick from 2024 is actually going to be able to play. Remember, he was out all of last year. And this is the team that took the defending champs to 7 games. And Isaiah Hartenstein said this was the most difficult, as you see him there trying to guard Nikola Jokic, the most difficult, the scariest series they ever faced. If we're looking at teams that aren't just going to make the playoffs, but have the ability to maybe even take it to OKC, I'm looking at Denver as that group. The West, though, Shanae, I think you got it super wild. So we're in the middle of August, Shanae, and the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young, they still haven't reached an agreement on an extension. Remember, he's been eligible since July for a 4-year, $229 million deal. Our Shams Charania has reported that the Hawks, they wanted to maintain flexibility, seeing what this team is before making those commitments to Trae. But it feels like we kind of know what this team is now.
Yeah, we do.
We also know who Trae Young is, right? And a lot of that is outside of Young's control, but it's something that the Hawks brass could factor in here as we say hello to Mr. Money Moves, our front office insider, Bobby Marks. Bobby, we just keep hearing about flexibility. The Hawks want flexibility. What does that mean, and why is it keeping them from signing Trae to this extension, at least so far?
Well, there's a couple of things here, Malika. I think the flexibility starts with the newness of this roster. I think although it looks good on paper, we still don't know how good this Atlanta team potentially could be when you look at a new front office in Ansel Saleh, their GM, Kristaps Porzingis, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Luke Kennard. Certainly when you integrate Trae Young into that, they also have a decision to make with Dyson Daniels, who's also rookie extension eligible. So I think if you're willing to commit long term, what is this roster